Okay, y'all ready?
Sir, yes, sir.
All right, so we're doing things a little differently this week. Instead of just having a regular random conversation that comes from an idea that we've had throughout the week, we decided to take personality tests and discuss them pretty much fresh on the air, unscripted, of course. So there's a psych profile, personality profile called Myers-Briggs, and it's used kind of as a standard to kind of introduce a person to their, what they call a personality type. So there are 16 personality types. And so over the course of this past week, the four of us took our personality tests, and we're getting ready to go over them. We all got our tests. We kind of talked about it a little bit before we got on the air. Most of us feel like they're pretty accurate, so this should be interesting. Yeah. So anybody want to go first?
I will go first.
All right. Alex.
All right, I am an assertive protagonist. My name is Alexander Vaught III, by the way. Thank you. I am an assertive protagonist. Protagonists feel called to serve a greater purpose in life. Thoughtful and idealistic. These personality types strive to have a positive impact on other people and the world around them.
Awesome.
They rarely shy away from an opportunity to do the right thing, even when doing so is far from easy. So what should we cover? Like, you think we should go over those percentages of? Let me see here.
I don't know. I think I like most of mine.
Yeah.
You definitely got to go over the ones that you might recognize.
Yeah. So mine, I'm 53% extroverted. My energy is intuitive, 73%. So my mind is extroverted, energy is intuitive at 73%. My nature is feeling at 60%.
Versus what?
It don't show me the other stuff.
Versus thinking.
Yeah, feeling versus thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think it's 40% thinking.
Okay.
Which that doesn't sound good, but okay. My tactics are judging. That's 80%, 88%.
That's accurate.
And
So
then
I'm just playing.
right. My identity is assertive. So that's 88%. Yeah, so
Extremely assertive.
yeah, I never really thought about that, but I guess that's just bubbling, waiting to come up.
Yeah.
So that's my main stuff. Now the other things I don't know, like I guess the lesser amounts they don't really show.
Okay.
So that's fine. So that's me in a nutshell. I think it's very accurate. And I think it's just on point, man. I understand it. So
Okay. I'll go next. So I am what they consider to be a logician, not magician, logician. That refers to logic. I'm a turbulent logician. So the difference between assertive, so everybody has so my code is, my personality type is INTP, which basically is the things that Al just read are I don't remember what the acronyms are, but anyway.
Introverted, energy.
yeah.
I think it's like feeling and judgment or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Something like that.
Mind, energy, nature, and tactics, and identity.
Okay. Oh, I see it. It's right. Wow.
Where is it?
Mine is introverted, intuitive, thinking, and prospecting. Those are my. That's the four. INTP. Gotcha. I guess N is intuitive.
Okay.
Yep. But then there's everybody has those four. Everybody has four letters out of the 16, and then they're either turbulent or assertive.
Right.
Assertive is more of a kind of set mind, somebody who kind of is very pointed in the way that they think, versus turbulent thinkers who are, I guess you could say, more scattered.
Yeah.
I mean, for lack of a better term, I don't know if scattered is the exact term that I would really use, but I can't think of a better one right now. Anyway, so mine is a logician, introverted, intuitive, thinking, and prospecting, and turbulent. I'll read a little bit about what they say. I don't want to read the entire thing. I don't mind reading the whole thing, but we ain't got all night. So I'll read the intro. It says, these flexible thinkers enjoy taking an unconventional approach to many aspects of life. They often seek out unlikely paths, mixing willingness to experiment with personal creativity. Logicians pride themselves on their unique perspectives and vigorous intellect. They can't help but puzzle over the mysteries of the universe, which may explain why some of the most influential philosophers and scientists of all time have been logicians. This personality type is fairly rare, but with their creativity and inventiveness, logicians aren't afraid to stand out from the crowd. Now, these things, every one of our trait pages, I'm not sure if you see Gary's, he got like 20 pages. There's a lot of information that they give you. By the way, anybody who might want to take this, you could take it for free. It's on 16personalities.com, and we'll put that in the description for this video. If you want to take this for yourself, share it with us in the comments. By the way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this video. But yeah, it's super interesting. I kind of want to read this whole thing just because it fits me so well. But I'm not going to take up all of the time. Anyway, somebody, Ethan, Gary, one of y'all want to go? Oh, did you read your people yet?
Nope, I didn't.
Okay, we'll go to that in a minute.
Okay.
All right. Al, E?
I can do mine. It's all good.
All right.
Honor, you introduce yourself. I'm Ethan Merriweather.
My name is Mike Wilson, of course.
Man. And so I'm a assertive advocate. That's what it came out to be. 4 letters, INFJA and INFJT. So they said, what's the difference?
A or T?
A.
Okay.
Yep, A. So I'm going to just read my introduction. It says, advocates may be the rarest personality type of all, but they certainly leave their mark on the world. Idealistic and principled, they aren't content to coast through life. They want to stand up and make a difference. For advocate personality, success doesn't come from money or status, but from seeking fulfillment, helping others, and being a force for good in the world. While they have lofty goals and ambitions, advocates shouldn't be mistaken for idle dreamers. People with this personality type care about integrity, and they're rarely satisfied until they've done what they know to be right. Conscientious to the core, they move through life with a clear sense of their values, and they aim never to lose sight of what truly matters. Not according to other people or society at large, but according to their own wisdom and intuition, dude.
Bro,
oh my God.
That fits so well.
Golly,
Wow.
It's almost scary.
That
dude.
fits so well.
Like word
y'all got
word,
the same
that
one,
is.
right?
Scary,
Yeah, but he has
dude.
the A, I have the T.
Man, that fits
That's
y'all to a
nuts.
T. That's wild, ain't it?
That is nuts. So I'm gonna go back real quick just to
He said that's scary.
oh man, that's crazy. So my results. We have, I'm gonna move down here. So for the mind, introverted, which makes sense, right? 78%.
I am too.
Energy, intuitive, 61%. Nature, feeling, 70%.
Wait, 70% for which one?
Feeling,
I don't see that on mine.
yeah. That I'm not.
That's the one I disagree with.
I'm not
too.
sure.
They got me higher
I'm
off
probably
than thinking.
50. I would say probably half, man. I don't know. But it may have a reason for that, right? So tactics,
It might not be
judging,
what you think it is.
61%.
Right.
Identity, assertive, 69%.
So what are your here? You can read off your.
And I don't think feeling means like emotional.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It just goes right into the description.
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird.
That's very rare then.
Yeah, you're the rarest one. They can't even describe it.
That's nuts.
Yours is on there?
So I got almost the same thing. So I have advocate also, but I'm INFJT.
Okay.
So, and that's the advocate, turbulent advocate. Mm-hmm. So I got 28% extroverted, 72% introverted, 70% intuitive, 30% observant for energy. For nature, I got 46% thinking and 54% feeling. That was the one I kind of thought was maybe a little bit off.
Yeah.
Tactics, I got 54% judging, 46% prospecting, and identity was 40% assertive, 60% turbulent.
I don't know, G. You saying that you don't really agree with a feeling. Feeling don't necessarily mean that you sensitive or fragile. Feeling
No.
could just mean,
Yeah.
it could be your anger. So-
I hadn't thought about it like that. So
Yeah,
okay,
it could
maybe
be
that makes
rage.
sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
The rage.
Rage monster.
Build.
So, and this one kind of talks about the difference between turbulent and assertive advocates. And this part is definitely me, especially like the end part. Turbulent advocates often let their passions lead them to great accomplishments. These are fueled by their regard for the people in their lives and concern for moral and idealistic issues. They can become overly involved in the problems of others. This involvement might even generate a kind of hyper-empathy where these personalities identify too much with those they seek to help. And it's partly blocked out here. Turbulent self-criticism can be excessively harsh. They can sink into brooding and become miserably. Both of y'all shaking your head. Shut up.
No, I got turbulent too.
And
That's why I'm shaking my head.
Miserably mired in worry and
I
regret.
love it.
And 75% of turbulent advocates say they are prone to seeing difficulties everywhere compared to 42% of assertive advocates.
Man,
That's heavy.
how you feel about that?
As I said, most of it, especially the part about, self-criticism being exceptionally harsh. Because I think I've heard that from all of y'all before. So, and I know that's how I am. It's like, because it was something else I was reading here where it's like they'll never let go of their mistakes, never stop second-guessing themselves. And that's
I
my
got that too.
biggest
That's
issue.
the turbulent part
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah,
Because
for
I
sure.
have that same thing.
Yep.
Even though we have different traits or
Right.
personality types, I
Right.
got that turbulent part too.
Yep.
So is it important how we see ourselves, or is it also important to consider how others see us?
Depends on the person. Depends on who we're talking about.
Definitely. I mean, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
So-
Because sometimes I think people can see in you certain, like, good things that you can't maybe see yourself.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
true.
So sometimes,
That's true.
It's like just like somebody might see something bad in you that you don't see. They can see good things
Mhm.
that you just haven't stepped into yet.
For sure.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And see, that's the key to is the growth.
Right.
It's like you take that and you grow from it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
people could say whatever they want to you. You can take it or leave it, right? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's one of those things.
Yeah.
I normally like people and be around people that like I've always surrounded myself with people like in my coaches and different things like that. That's just flat out harsh, dude. Because they see potential in you. And that's their way of getting it out of you. You see what I'm saying? But I've always been, even my dad is a softie, right? But when we used to paint different things, he was kind of hard on me when it came to painting. You know what I'm saying? And I value that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I think that I kind of push that on my little kids, my sons too, a
That's what's
little
up.
bit.
I
You know what I
wonder
mean?
how much that plays into the advocate part, because I'm the same way. Like the leaders
Yeah.
or mentors that I've kind of gravitated towards the most or learned the most from have all been like harsh.
Yeah, man.
Martial arts instructors, football coaches. Like
Yep.
you said, my dad was kind of the same way too when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And even another teacher we kind of shared was a little bit harsher in dealing with some things. But it's just that's who I feel like I get the most from.
You feel like that's where the rage comes from?
Probably.
Waiting bottled up inside.
Right.
One thing that was interesting too, then this is a thing on the advocate section, is that treat people as if they were what they ought to be,
Yes.
and you help them to
I
become
love
what they're
that.
capable of being.
I
like
love that.
Wait, say that one again.
treat people as if they were what they ought to be, and you help them to become what they're capable of
Wow.
Yep, I
That's
love
beautiful.
that.
That's
I love
powerful,
that.
man.
All right, so can we read our strengths and weaknesses? And then
Ooh.
go into, because that's where the meat is.
I didn't even go there.
Then we can get into the.
Let's do it.
So another part of this test, it shares. Well, we'll get to that in a second. Let's get to the strengths and weaknesses. Al, you want to hit it up?
Let's
Trying to
select
find
these
it
first,
real
or
quick. I forgot what page it's on. I'm looking for it.
Okay. I'll go ahead and go.
Okay.
So again, I'm logician.
So the next tab. There.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
You got it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, strengths and weaknesses. So my strengths are receptive. Protagonists have strong opinions, but they are far from closed-minded. I'm reliable, which I do believe that strongly. A few things bother protagonists more than the prospect of letting down a person or a cause that they believe in. I'm passionate. Protagonists are far from being boring do-gooders. Altruistic. These personalities are known for harboring a deep desire to be a force for positive change. Charismatic, determined, and inspiring protagonists often find their way into leadership roles. I'm not reading the whole paragraph, just that 1st sentence. Now, my weaknesses are unrealistic. Many protagonists put pressure on themselves to right every wrong that they encounter. Overly idealistic. Protagonists tend to have clear ideas about what's right and what's wrong. Now, wait a minute. No, I'm just kidding.
Hold on now.
Condescending people with This personality type enjoy teaching others, particularly about the causes and beliefs that matter so much to them.
Well, okay, so then, okay, if that's how they're defining condescending, would you disagree?
I wouldn't disagree.
Right.
Yeah. Intense. When it comes to self-improvement, protagonists are rarely short on energy or determination. Overly empathetic. Compassion is among this personality type's greatest strength, but protagonists have a tendency to take on other people's problems as their own, a habit that can leave them emotionally and physically exhausted. So I think these are pretty accurate, man. I don't think all of them are like that pronounced, but it's there though.
Yeah.
I could definitely honestly say all that's there.
Yep. That's the same way I feel about mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll read off my strengths and weaknesses. Again, I have logician. Strengths, analytical. Logicians analyze everything that they come across, from research data to the behavior of people around them. This gives them a knack for spotting unexpected patterns and connections that other personality types might overlook. Another one is original. Thanks to their unrelenting imagination, logicians can come up with creative, counterintuitive ideas that wouldn't occur to most people. Open-minded. Logicians are driven by curiosity and it's cut off. Driven by curiosity.
So they left you curious.
Right. I'm very curious. The next one is curious. These personalities are always casting about for new pursuits, hobbies, and areas of research. That's definitely me. I'm gonna read this whole. I'll read this whole thing. For anybody that knows me knows that this is 100% me. One week they might be obsessed with geophysics, and the next they might lose themselves in videos about guitar building. When inspiration strikes, logicians go all in on their newfound interest, learning everything that they can. Man, that doesn't describe me to a T. Oh my goodness. Okay, last strength is objective. Logicians care about the truth. Rather than taking comfort in ideology or received ideas, they want to understand what's really going on beneath the surface of things. That's me 100%. As a result, they can be relied upon to combat bias and misinformation, even when it isn't easy to do so. And they expect other people to be honest with them in return. Okay, I don't want to read my weaknesses. No, I'm just Okay, weaknesses of a logician. Disconnected. Oh, boy. Logicians can get lost in their own train of thought, even when they're with other people. When these personalities finally resurface with something to say, they may find that the conversation has moved on without them. Now, this one for me is a little different because I like engaging in conversations that I find intriguing. So those conversations like these, I'm jumping in constantly. Maybe a little too much. I talk a lot on these, but in other conversations where it's a little more fluff and just kind of surface stuff, this is definitely true for me. Insensitive. People with this personality type see rationality as the key to a better, happier world. Oh my God. We don't have to
break just that one thing down. Huh?
Right.
New video.
Yeah, right. At times, they may underestimate the importance of such irrational values as emotion, compassion, etiquette, and tradition. I'm gonna read that sentence again. At times, a logician may underestimate the importance of such irrational values as emotion, compassion, etiquette, and tradition. Boy,
man, that's a hard pill, ain't it?
Yeah, but it's me. You know what? To be honest, I just I just got the revelation that this is me. Probably not even 6 months ago. It's only been about 6 months since I really realized how little value I place on some of the more emotional parts of human existence. And I'm working on being better because I don't want to just dismiss the people around me. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
People have feelings, people have emotions and all of that. And I want to be reliable and someone who people feel like they can trust and talk to without me being dismissive, because your feelings don't really matter. It's all about logic. I don't want to be that guy. These personalities are constantly on the lookout for problems to solve, topics to learn, and new ways to approach things. If taken too far, this mindset can become overwhelming, with logicians constantly trying to reinvent the wheel rather than reliably addressing their needs and responsibilities. Oh, crap. All right, I got two more. I'm going to zoom through these right quick. Y'all ain't finna turn me into a therapy patient. Impatient. Logicians take pride in their knowledge and sharing their ideas. When it comes to explaining their rationale, however, they aren't always patient. Oh, boy. If their conversation partner doesn't follow along or seem sufficiently interested, logicians may give up with the dismissive never mind. Wow. I'm going to have so many conversations behind this video,
Lord
dog.
help my cousin.
Oh, my God. Okay, the last one. Perfectionistic. Why do my weaknesses got to be so pronounced?
And they're like the longer definitions.
They heavy, man. Perfectionistic. Logicians want to get things done, but their quest for perfection can get in the way. At times, these personalities may get so lost in analyzing various options that they never reach a decision. They may also give up on projects that don't match the ideal vision in their mind. And that's all. I'm done.
They let you have it, bro.
Yeah, they tore me to shreds on that. But I got to be honest. If I'm being honest with myself, which I like to do, I mean, these are spot on.
Yeah.
Strengths and weaknesses, spot on.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you have to stay there. I mean,
No, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing. These are good what is it, a target? Or is a good...
Just a barometer where you...
there you go, a barometer.
Exactly,
That's
but
it.
you can
And
never
then
grow
you
if you don't analyze and know yourself.
You got to know it,
If you don't
man.
have the realization of yourself, your innermost parts of yourself, good and bad, like we talked about before, how can we ever make a change?
Right.
As a matter of fact, they actually suggest, I don't know if y'all saw it, after you take the test, if you scroll down to the bottom, they suggest that you take the test every 5 months.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I will.
Yeah.
I will. Maybe we should do
A follow-up.
follow-up.
I'm with it.
But yeah, guys, I've gotten worse.
Right. I got more weaknesses.
My weaknesses
strengths.
grow.
Right.
Life's hard.
Right.
I love it, man. I love it.
Right.
Right.
All right, who's next?
All right, I'll go ahead. Strengths and weaknesses of once again, assertive advocate. Strengths, creative. Advocates aren't exactly like everyone else. And that's a wonderful thing. People with this personality type embrace their creative side, always on the lookout for opportunities to express themselves and think outside the box.
That's great.
Insightful. These personalities know all too well that appearances can be misleading. Advocates strive. Oh my God.
That's crazy, ain't it?
So
This check is wild.
advocates strive to move beyond superficiality and seek out the deeper truths in life. This can give, dog.
He's
this
about
can
to cry.
I know. This can give them an almost uncanny ability to understand people's true motivations, feelings, and needs. Principle. Advocates tend to have strong beliefs and values, particularly when it comes to matters of ethics. When advocates talk about topics close to their heart, their conviction and heartfelt idealism can inspire and persuade even the sternest of skeptics.
Wow. That's you, bro.
Passionate. Advocates crave a sense of purpose in life rather than living in autopilot or sticking to the status quo. They want to chase after their ideals. This isn't a personality type that shies away from big dreams. In fact, advocates are energized and impassioned by the beauty of their visions for the future. Altruistic. People with this personality type aren't happy to succeed at another person's expense. Advocates want to use their strengths for their greater good, and they rarely lose sight of how their words and actions might affect others. In their heart of hearts, they want to make the world a better place, starting with the people around them. Man,
That's crazy.
that is nuts, dude.
All right, let's hear these weaknesses, man. Y'all,
Oh, man.
y'all sounding too good.
It sounds angelic.
Right. Let's bring you back down to earth a little bit.
All right, I'll just get a gun.
Right.
Sensitive to criticism. All right, here we go. Advocates aren't averse to feedback, that is, unless they believe that someone is challenging their most cherished principles or values. When it comes to the issues that are near and dear to them, people with this personality type can become defensive and dismissive.
Woo!
That's something I'm working on. Seriously.
Sure.
Reluctant to open up. Man, that title already. Advocates value honesty and authenticity, but they're also private. They may find it difficult to open up and be vulnerable about their struggles, not wanting to burden someone else with their issues. Unfortunately, when advocates don't ask for help, they may inadvertently hold themselves back or create distance in their relationships. Perfectionistic. So the advocate personality type is all but defined by idealism. While this is wonderful quality in many ways, it doesn't always leave room for the messiness of real life. Advocates might find it difficult to appreciate their jobs, living situations, or relationships if they're continually fixating on imperfections and wondering whether they should be looking for something better.
It's pretty deep, man.
I can understand it. Avoiding the ordinary. Advocates yearn to do extraordinary things with their lives, but it's hard to achieve anything extraordinary without breaking it down into small, manageable steps.
I had to take that one to heart too, bro.
Yeah, that's hard to hear, man. I mean,
Yeah, it's true though. It's true.
Unless they translate their dreams into everyday routines and to-do lists, advocates may struggle to turn their grand visions into reality. And it says, prone to burnout. Advocates' perfectionism and reserve leave them with few options for letting off steam. People with this personality type can exhaust themselves if they don't balance their drive to help others with necessary self-care and rest.
interesting.
Ain't that crazy,
Yeah.
dude?
That's both y'all. Y'all both have that, right?
He everything he read was the same list as in mine.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Nuts, man.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's almost.
Yeah, how accurate. Like, they covered a lot.
Oh man.
You're
That's
right.
a-
That's the perfect way to put it. They covered a lot. Just laid all my little stuff out there.
You got mine. You're just like mine.
Same list.
Are you serious?
I think the advocate traits are all the same.
Wow. That's nuts.
Wow.
So I guess you don't have to read yours.
No, I don't. But it's funny though.
Yeah, what's your feedback on the ones that you you read?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So
For you,
the
anyway.
sensitive to criticism one was funny because same thing like we were just talking about, right? Like all of my teachers have been hard teachers, and I feel that's what drives me, and I thrive off of that. That doesn't bother me. But I did have a run-in with somebody recently at work because they were trying to give me feedback, but it was a specific word they used, and I think that their definition of the word is different than mine.
Okay.
But because of the way I take that word, I kind of blew up.
Was it the N word?
No,
Oh, man. That boy being chill right
boy, goof.
completely different situation.
now. Yeah, man.
But no, it was just I took issue with the word because it's like what it says. Advocates aren't averse to feedback, that is, unless they believe that someone is challenging their most cherished principles or values. And I took that word to be exactly that, and that's why I blew up. I don't think that's how they meant it, but it to me is like a word that compromises your integrity, and that's what made me upset. You know, because I'm like, that's not how I try to be in anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think they were trying to get to something else. We never did go back and have the conversation for me to ask that part because I think this just it kind of got into an ugly conversation.
You scared?
No, but it had some other impacts.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, so I mean that's it's hard to say okay it's not true. It's like I don't want that part to be true, but in that case, if I feel like it's an attack to something that I feel is far from my personality, I'll get upset about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think I could take criticism and feedback for the most part from other things. So if I feel like it's constructive anyway.
Right.
And it could have been what you ate the night before.
Right.
A bad dose of chili.
Right.
I ain't feeling good today.
Right.
Times, so,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay,
Stuff's
so
pretty accurate, huh?
it's
Pretty good.
painfully
It's
accurate
pretty
for me.
good, man.
Yeah.
And I typically don't like this stuff. My job did this like years ago, right? When I first started at I can't say on that, but at another company years ago. And I think I still have that plaque where it's a personalysis or whatnot. I still got it.
In my folder.
You still got that too, man? Yeah. So
Well,
it's like
I think it's better if you're reading it in the company of people who you trust and
I
respect.
think so too.
Because if it seems more cold and calculating if you're doing it for a job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're able to. We're more fleshed out with one another than you are with the company, and so it feels a little safer. And for me, like to be honest, if it wasn't for the sake of this podcast, I would have never read this stuff.
Right.
I would have read it to y'all. We could have kicked it.
Yeah.
Right. But only reason I'm reading it for the podcast is because of y'all.
Right.
Okay, so there's one other thing. There's a bunch of other things, but one other thing that's kind of interesting to read about. When you take this personality test, it gives you a list of people who you may recognize, whether it's celebrities or fictional characters that fit the same personality type that you have. And it's pretty interesting. We got some ones that are kind of striking. So Al, You got yours?
What tab is that on?
It's at the end of introduction.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Okay, I'm going to it right now.
Cool.
I don't want too much quiet. Camera's rolling.
Okay.
I'll start off.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Playing.
All right.
So, and I know Ethan has some of the same ones. I'm not gonna read all of them. I'm just gonna read the ones that
Man, read them all.
I'm gonna read the ones that make us look the best.
Read them all. Read them
The
all.
ones I don't like. No.
Because there might be
know.
some that you don't even recognize that some viewer might recognize.
So for advocates you may know is Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa, Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Scoot a little bit closer so I can get your kneecap. Lady Gaga, Morgan Freeman, Jon Snow from Game of Thrones,
Hey.
Aragorn from Lord of the Rings,
Hey.
Tom Kirkman from Designated Survivor, never seen that. Desmond Hume from Lost, never watched that. Michael Scofield from Prison Break, never watched that. Matt Murdock from Daredevil.
Hey, that's
I know,
dope.
right? Nelson Mandela, Marie Kondo, Nicole Kidman, Goethe, Goethe, James Wilson from House MD, Galadriel from Lord of the Rings, Rose Bukater from Titanic, Aramis from Three Musketeers, and Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird.
Wait, you got Rose from Titanic?
Yeah.
That's a,
It's been 84 years.
Oops.
Man.
I'll never let go, Jack.
Right.
I got
That's
mine.
By
fine.
Harley.
I got
like
the exact
those.
same one of his.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's dope. I think I see. I can see some of those similarities for both of y'all, especially like the Nelson Mandela. Just kind of the realness in the face of no matter what's going on. Like
Yeah.
Nelson Mandela went through a whole lot and stuck true to who he was.
Yep.
Both of y'all have that for sure.
Yeah. All right, I got mine now. The protagonists you may know: Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, John Cusack, Ben Affleck, Malala Yousafzai, Jennifer Lawrence, Sean Connery, Maya Angelou,
We both did. Oh, you got Maya Angelou?
yeah,
Dope.
Sweet.
Morpheus,
Hey, there it
Elizabeth
is.
Bennet, The Oracle,
Nice.
Skylar White.
Wait. Is that from Breaking Bad? Skyler?
Yep. I never seen Breaking Bad.
Oh, you didn't?
Dude, you
gotta watch Game of Thrones.
Which one is
It's
that?
really good.
That's
Bad.
Walter's wife.
Dude, out of everybody,
Dog,
why they choose?
That's so funny.
Wow.
She's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh man, at least you got Morpheus in the Oracle. Though.
Yeah,
I know that balance.
right.
That's your role.
That's redeeming, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But he never seen Breaking Bad, so that helps him out.
Right.
Like, I'm totally
Oh, my
oblivious.
goodness.
I'm sitting there like, Laurel Lance, Isabel Crawley, Silly Booth, and that's it. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, some different characters, some stuff.
Okay. All right. So, logicians, you may know. I'm stand. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm gonna stand up and take a bow for one of these. Logicians, you may know. Bill Gates, Albert Einstein, Stanley Crouch. Not sure who that is. Rene Descartes. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Blaise Pascal. That's pretty dope. And the one, the only, literally the one, Neo from The Matrix. The Matrix is my all-time favorite movie. Neo is my favorite character pretty much ever other than Superman. And so I'm very proud to know that I'm in good company. Bruce Banner from The Avengers, which is the Incredible Hulk.
Sweet.
Leslie Winkle from The Big Bang Theory.
You never watched it before?
I've watched it before. Is that good
That's
or no?
the daughter from Roseanne on there.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Ain't she a dummy on that show though?
No, she wanted the physicist too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She real sarcastic.
Okay. Well, that fits. Alexander Mahone from Prison Break. Not familiar with that. Jack Ryan from the Jack Ryan series.
Sweet.
All right.
Kristen Stewart. Avicii. Not really sure. I think that's a philosopher. Isaac Newton. It's pretty dope.
Sweet.
Elliot Page. I think I know who that is.
They used to be Ellen Page.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Come on, man. Lord Varys. I'm moving right along. Lord Varys from Game of Thrones. which he was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Chill out, bro. Lord Varys from Game of Thrones.
He was the
the bald head.
right?
Yeah. He was one of my favorites.
Yeah, he was sweet.
Marshall Flinkman from Alias. Y'all finna get us canceled. Marshall Flinkman from Alias. I've never seen that. Aemon Targaryen from Game of Thrones. That's the Maester Aemon.
No, not Targaryen. Targaryens are the royal line.
Yeah, but he was the one that was in the Black Watch. The old man. Aemon.
Okay.
Aemon Targaryen, which is not bad.
Right.
Chloe O'Brien from 24. Never seen that.
Mm-hmm.
Abed Nadir from Community. I'm not sure who that is. I know the show, but I don't know who that is. Yep. So I feel pretty good about most of mine.
Neo carried it for him.
Neo carried it the whole way. I didn't need nobody else but Neo, really, to be honest.
You had him on his shoulders.
Yep. And Albert Einstein. That's
Einstein and Newton.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah,
Newton.
yeah.
Yep. I'm in pretty decent company.
Sweet.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So there's a lot of other information that we got pages and pages. Excuse me, but
We gotta do it again.
yeah, we're gonna have to come back and revisit it.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's an insight into who we are as people.
Right.
Please, anybody that's watching, take this test. It's 16personalities.com. Let's see if I can get you to see it. Yeah, there
I
you
could
go.
put it on the green.
Oh yeah, we putting it on the description anyway. I'm tripping.
I was going to finish that.
Well, why would you let me embarrass myself like that?
I know.
I'm looking like I'm doing a
We the
makeup review
90s. Yeah, we
video,
the 90s.
right? You know the makeup review videos where they do stuff like this and put it up behind their hand like this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, y'all just let me do a fool just there. That's okay. Anyway, take the test. Let us know what you got in the comments. It'd be interesting to go through this with some of y'all. But anyway, yeah.
That was awesome.
Are we continuing? Which y'all got anything else you want to talk about, or we cutting it?
It don't matter.
Good. We can talk about whatever, man.
What else you got in your mind?
So, guys, we're doing a poll: boneless wings or
That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty
bone
good.
in or bone out?
Yeah, because Ethan just ordered us 40 pounds of chicken nuggets.
Yeah, with different flavors,
Right.
painted different colors.
Yeah, right.
Hey, when you hungry,
Man, this brother was
prefer
ordering with his
boneless.
eyes closed. He was like, everything looks good. I'm just,
right.
that's funny. For me, it's bone in all day. Bone in flats.
Yeah, I like bone in.
All day.
bone in
Bone in.
all day.
Yep. Bone in flats.
My bad.
You are good, bro.
G, you like wings, don't you?
I do.
Now,
I like boneless though. It just
Oh, God, you don't mess with the bone.
I could just go right through. I ain't gotta stop to eat around.
Got
the bone.
it. So the whole question of whether or not you clean the bone, that's
I mean, I do. I like boneless. I like bone too. But
got it.
it's just the time. I could be fat and greedy. You can just
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
The texture ain't the same to me. The texture ain't the same to me.
But I think the boneless is just breast meat. I think.
Yeah, it's just breast.
Yeah.
Tenderized breast meat, and I like that bone for that flavor and stuff.
Yeah, me too.
that sounds like the
We should definitely look online and see if there's a personality test for bone in versus bone out.
They probably got
Why
him.
am I standing up then?
Right. Yep.
Boneless assertive protagonist.
Right.
We had to do that study.